Well, I was born and raised here in Montgomery, Alabama. I lived here until I moved in 1980. I started here at Alabama State in 1975. Then I graduated in 1980. There I moved to Ohio. And that's where my career started, teaching high school for 8 years. And I went on and got my master's, and I started working at Central State University in Ohio, Wilberforce, for the last 12 years. And at that point, 2000, I was asked to come back home and to take over the job here at ASU as the head band director. And I give God all these blessings because my circle is not completed. I started here, now I'm back here, and it was absolutely a wonderful feeling to come back home. The biggest challenges that I have is helping my students. We have a lot of students that don't have that family help, or that mom and dad that's not there. A lot of time they come to college because they want to be a part of the band program, but they have to also understand it's not only just the band program, it's the academic levels that they have to do too. So, I have to coach them through that. I have to counsel them through that, because a lot of time they come and they just think like, okay, I can just be in the band because that's what I love. And this keeps me out of trouble. This keeps me planted. And so for me, it's helping them get through this university, seeing them walk across that stage. It's just absolutely wonderful to see it. It brings tears to me sometimes because, I was like that. I was like that, but my mom hung in there. She only had a 10th grade education, so she cleaned houses, and so I know how they felt, and so my goal was to help as many as I could, and also to stay current, not to live in the past. Always try to stay in the future, because this is where they are. And for me to understand them, I had to make sure I stayed up with the social media, understood how this world is turning, because they don't read the current event like they should.
That's right.
So I read them and I tell them about it. So all of that, and I know it's a lot, but all of that is what it takes, and how I felt, and getting these students. That's just huge for me. 2004 is when I created them. Normally, I have girls who want to be dancers, and they're plus size girls too, but in their minds, they just don't feel like they could really live up to the stingettes because of their sizes. So usually they will hand off or ask could they do flags,
Okay.
And that's why you sometimes see high school girl, they're plus size girl doing flags because of the dancers. But I decided, I said, well, let me do something different. I wanted to do something different that I could leave here. And so I asked 5 of my plus size players, instrument players, these are girls that played in the band themselves, would they like to try something different? Let's try a dance team, let's do something. And so they agreed, and they were excited about doing it. But the next thing was I needed to come up with a name. And so I had several different names. I had plus size girls, I had big girls. But then I started thinking, okay, we are the Hornets. And, you know, they connect that with Beez.
Right.
But it's also sweet. And those girls always have a big heart, and they're sweet girls. So I decided to name them honeybees. You know, that's where it came in. One morning, I just woke up and said, that's what I need. They need to be the honeybees.
Beauty is being able to express and be yourself. You know, me being able to come in and, you know, wear whatever type of hair, you know, you want to wear, and, you know, dress how you want to dress. You know what I mean? Being yourself, that's what makes you, you know, beautiful inside and out. Like, that's just, because if you're not comfortable with yourself, you know what I mean, you're not going to be able to let that light shine. You're not going to be able to let that beauty shine, you know, being happy and being comfortable with yourself.
The future looks great. I do know as long as I'm here as the director of bands, I'm going to stay focused on what this band needs to do and where it needs to go, because the blessings that I get, they get. As long as I'm here, I'm going to continue to do my best to make this band not only greatest, but beyond that.
That's awesome.
So that these students will have their own legacy one day, to know that they marched in this band under Dr. James Oliver, and we experienced so many things that we never thought that we would have the opportunity to do.